Well, hello, and welcome back to another episode of No More Excuses, the podcast where I tell it like it is, where excuses, blame, and bullshit go to die. Yes, I'm Sandy Ballard, the badass business coach and your host. Today, I'm here to hit you with some tough love, just the way you like it. I know you do. And guess what? It's January. Yes, those shiny big badass goals for 2025 are you're just a few weeks into them. You just set them. So, where are you? And already are you wobbling? Are you questioning? Are you ready to throw in the towel and quit, right? Hopefully not. And let's say, not on my watch. You're not going to do it. I'm making that crystal clear. And don't forget, there are reasons and there are excuses. And today, I don't want to hear any of anything, right? Except for you are on it, you are doing it, and you are making shit happen. Yeah, I know we're only a few weeks in, but we got to keep going, right? Because the second Friday of every January is Quitters Friday, Quitters Day, whatever you want to say. It's the day 2 weeks into where people are like, meh, I'm not really into this, or I haven't really made any progress, so fuck it, right? Well, today, the title of the podcast is courtesy of my daughter. Yes, you're not a quitter, are you? Yes, I was talking to my daughter about the fact that we're doing dry January, I think for maybe the first time in my life, and the carnivore diet. That is the first time in my life I've ever done that. But it's two things at once. It's a lot of change. And I wish I had recorded from day one my emotions, the menu, all the crazy things going through my head and the brain fog. Excited for when my egg drop soup and my pork chops came out fantastic, and we were both like so excited, but just one sip of wine would rock my world. But alas, I have not. Why? Because I got frustrated one day when my daughter was down here and I was going to tap out. And my little baby girl, my 29-year-old little mini me looked at me and said, "You're not a quitter, are you, Mom?" And stared me down into my soul. Damn her. I tried to ground her, but she's 29. And so I'm in it. I'm still in the madness, and I haven't taken Man Candy's life yet, right? So no matter what you're doing, you know, whether it's something like a dry January or whatever your goals are, you're not a quitter, are you? Hmm. If not, if you are, then you'll have to answer to not just me, but my daughter too, right? Here's the thing. January is such a tricky beast. You start the year pumped up, energized, and ready to dominate, because the last podcast I did was, how are you going to dominate 2025? Well, this is, how we're going to do it, by not quitting. Life gets in the way. Life does what life does. The chaos creeps in, the deadlines pile up, that postpartum holiday sets in, right? And the motivation that you had at the beginning of January starts looking like a crumpled up piece of paper in the corner of your office. Sound familiar? Yeah. Well, let me remind you, your goals for 2025 aren't about January. They're about the entire year. Hell, they're about your entire life. So what if you hit a speed bump? So what if you've stumbled? You don't quit the race before you get started, and you don't quit the race just because you fucking tripped right out of the gate. You get your ass back up, you dust yourself off, and you go harder. You got to get your shit together. I tripped right out of the gate last year, and damn near all of my goals this year are carryover goals. But that only made me dig deeper into into the things I want to achieve, into what I want to become. Who I want to become? Do I want to become anything? Who I want to become by the end of the year, by achieving these goals. And, I really dug into my why because of most every one of my goals being carryover goals because of my shitstorm of year last year. So let me ask you, what is your why? What's the reason you set these goals in the first place? Because if it's just about looking good on Instagram or Facebook or wherever you are, you're not going to last. But if it's about something deeper, something that sets your soul on fire, then you owe it to yourself to keep going. You owe it to that badass version of yourself that's in there who set that goal in the first place, right? It's time. It's time to become the badass you are meant to be. It's deep down in there. That badass person is in there. You just got to find that spark, dig in, find the spark, and relight it, right? So here's what you're going to do today. I am going to break down into 3 steps to keep you in the game. So grab a notebook, grab a voice memo, or whatever you've got. Or if you're driving, maybe pause this and go back to it later when you can take notes. Okay. So let's get to work. Step 1, like I just talked about, revisit your why. Why the fuck are you here? Why the fuck are you setting these goals? Why the fuck do you want to be the badass you were meant to be? Think back to when you set that goal. What was the fire behind it? Financial freedom? Proving to yourself that you could do whatever it is? Building a life you're proud of? Write it down, say it out loud. Yes, tell people. Put it on a sticky note on your mirror if you have to. Your why is your anchor. And especially when shit goes sideways, you need to revisit that why. All right. Keep your eyes on the prize. Okay. Step 2, focus on the progress, not perfection. That is not anything revelationary, that's new, that's anything. It's common knowledge, but we forget it all the time. Too many people quit because they're not seeing instant results. Trust me, for 4 days on this stupid ass dry January carnivore diet, I didn't lose an ounce, not a freaking ounce. And one day, I weighed myself like 2 days later after I'd weighed myself, I'd gained 1.5 pounds. I was pissed. I think that was the day I wanted to tap out. So, shit happens, right? This just is just a crazy month of all kinds of emotions with anything. I don't care if it's weight loss, getting your health in check, if it's finding new clients, if it's starting a business. It's going to be hard. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be emotional. Progress isn't sexy. It's messy. It's slow. And sometimes it's downright fucking painful, but it's still progress. Could be little baby steps, could be giant steps, right? You might have done one post and got 5 people engaged or 105, or you might have gotten no one. But keep reviewing, keep tweaking, and keep at it. Even small wins are wins. Track them, own them, use them to fuel your momentum. I even said to my man Candy when I was frustrated with this stupid idea that we had to do this, I'm like, perhaps I should go reread my 3rd book, The Magic Pill, right? It's the last prescription you'll ever need for your business. It's the last prescription you'll ever need for you to achieve the goals you want to achieve. So yes, shameless plug, it's available on Amazon, or DM me for the link. I have some on hand that I could autograph for you. There you go. But even myself, I get anxious. I get impatient as hell if I don't see progress. But even if you do something new, I have a friend who's creating a retreat, and baby steps. She got a slew of people right away to sign up, and then it kind of flatlined. So now she's like, okay, what can I do? What can I ask for? What can I say differently? Right? Because she has a certain goal to hit to make the retreat worthwhile. Right? Ah, all right. Step number 3, reset, don't regret. I don't regret anything from last year. There was not a damn thing I could do about having to have 3 knee surgeries. There wasn't anything I could do about my bullshit knees I was given. There's nothing I regret about playing sports and playing hard and abusing the shit out of my body so much that I had to have a, a knee surgery to try to save my knees and then both replaced. I don't regret a goddamn thing. All right. I'm just going to reset. I'm going to look at things differently and I'm going to get my ass into gear because it's time to become even more of the badass business coach, right? If you've fallen off track, don't spiral into regret. Reset. Regret keeps you stuck. Resetting puts you back in motion. Look at what's been working and what hasn't. I talk about that all the time. Adjust, tweak, restart. Whatever it takes to keep you moving. It's not about perfection. It's about persistence. Perfection. Ooh, I'm a recovering perfectionist. Yeah, the daughter of an engineer. They're perfect, aren't they? Just ask them. They'll tell you, right? But I had to learn to strive for excellence, not perfection. So think about that. Say it, write it down. It's not about perfection. It's about persistence. And my word of the year, persist. Yes, I've had a couple crazy years and people would say COVID was crazy. So yes, it was, and it is. Oh, the pandemic, as I like to call it. I can't believe I actually said the whole word COVID. I usually say vid. It was a nutty time. And then the last 2 years with surgeries, it was a nutty time. So guess what? Persist is my word of the year. What's yours? Do you have it yet? If not, email me, Sandy, with an I, at sandyballard.com, or go to my website and you can download for free. Of course, it's a worksheet. You can download my free word of the year worksheet, right? So DM me, email me, you'll get it. Because I want you to remember as we go into the rest of this month and the rest of the year, you are stronger than your excuses. You are more capable than your doubts. And you are absolutely worthy of every fucking single goal you set for 2025. Remember, this isn't about January. This is about showing up day after day, week after week, and making the year your own. Okay? If you're feeling overwhelmed, find someone to talk with. Reach out to me, direct message me, email me. No one achieves greatness alone. I've worked with business owners who have partners and staff, and they don't feel like they can really unload. Well, you shouldn't on your staff. You've got to kind of keep face with your staff. But for over 10 years, I have clients who have staff and business partners. I have one client who does not have any business owner friends even. And so it's hard for her because they don't get it. They don't understand what it's like to run a business, to be responsible for your staff's, livelihood, paycheck, right? They don't understand what she's going through, why she can't always come out to play, especially during the day, right? And although she has a business partner, sometimes there are frustrations and challenges between the two of them. And you can't always say really what you're thinking because it can be taken the wrong way. They do think differently. They approach things differently. So I talk to both of them separately and we talk through those things and how to approach each other about an idea or a frustration with the other one. So, she wants someone that's going to be unbiased, someone that's going to tell her straight up if she's not thinking things through or he's not thinking things through, or that they need to look at a situation differently. and even how to approach the whole topic with the other partner, but also even staff, right? Remember, it's only January. All right. It's only January. It's time to get off your ass and do something your future self will thank you for. All right. All right. So that's all for today's episode of No More Excuses. If you're ready to dominate your year and your goals, I want to hear about it. Tell me your wins, your struggles, and how you're going to make 2025 your badass year. And remember, when the going gets tough, you're tougher. No excuses, just domination. That should be everyone's word this year. Dominate. I'd love to hear what your word of the year is. Remember, download it or email me for it. And because that word is going to help you, along with your why, that word will help you stay aligned with your goals and stay focused on achieving them. All right. So until next time, keep hustling, stay focused, and let's make this year the one that changes everything. All right. You've got this, badass. Cheers.